Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house. Well, we're changing blockchain today. We're going to be talking about X1, of course, but what people call Solana 2.0, and we're following the ramp up because we're pretty excited about where this will go from a technological point of view and a value point of view. And of course, 2.0 Solana, that's got to be pretty upbeat, got to be pretty awesome. So very excited about that. Now, as you guys know, we're expecting quite a decent bull market ahead. We don't see this pullback at the moment as the top, and we're coming down. We just see it as that major correction that we've been looking forward to, as Raoul Paul pointed out. And so we're ready to go for that major move. And of course, it's going to be exciting. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, X1 is a blockchain by Jack Levin. And hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to be covering the biggest thing that's just launched, which is the X1 NS, so the X1 name service, and the marketplace has launched basically almost 10 days early. Pretty exciting. So we're going to go through that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to see what people are pricing them at the moment, and hopefully we'll get some trading data at some stage too on it. So pretty exciting. All right, so we're going to get into all of that. Hope you guys enjoy the show. We'll do a few updates and sneak peeks about XDEX coming and Core coming. These all coming from Jason, the now in-house dev, bought out by Jack Levin and Sun Tzu, brought into the team, and he's pretty excited about where that's all going. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. We will be briefly covering some of the sneak peeks from the wallet as well, from Jack Levin. It's getting a haircut. No, it's not. It's getting a makeover, and so that's exciting too. So we've got lots to talk about. Hope you guys enjoy it. Now I'm just going to post a few copies into some of the X1 chats. So if you're out there too, give it a like, and go for gold on that. That'd be really cool. Actually, if you can, we'll see if we're allowed to post links. Some things I'm not allowed to post links on, so we're going to do our best. Let's see if we can go to X1 and post there. I think Zen's probably the hardest one to post in. And let's see how we go. So give it a like and a thumbs up if you're in the X1. If you're next X, what else is out there that I could put it in there? Zen is always a little difficult. They tend to delete. DGen, we'll go put it in DGen as well. And that's pretty cool. I think there's X1 validators too. So we might try and find that one as well. I'm not sure if I've got that up actually. X1 up. Yeah, I've already done that. So check it out. Give it a thumbs up while you're in there as well. We got Hexvader in the house there. Hi, Guy. Hey, Guy. I'm still wondering who this guy is, but hey, Guy, to everybody. And, of course, Hexvader in the house is sup, folks. Good to see you in the house. Don't forget to hit the repost button as well. It really helps a lot as we check out X1. And we're following the journey, right? Following the journey of the ramp up. So we know primarily at the moment, let's check out where we're at. I'm just wondering what we should look at. Let's go to the middle screen and pull up the actual blockchain explorer here. So we can see the blockchains at the moment operating, and we can see that they're largely in North America and the USA, largely in Europe. Probably no surprise there. And we've got a few extras, and one in Africa here and one in Southeast Asia. So we've got a few operating around the world, and no doubt that will just continue to expand as well. So currently you can see all the validators down the bottom from the top to the bottom. X1 Labs, of course, is the top dog. And they've got the most active stakes in there as well. 61.5 million as XNT, which is the fee coin for the X1 chain. So pretty exciting there. And then you've probably got quite a few names. Some of them you may know further down from validators. So pretty exciting there. So what are the main coins? The main coin is XNT. That's the fee coin, but like Ethereum or Pulse on Pulse chain, no matter what you're on. So that's the main fee coin. There is going to be a multi-token ecosystem, and obviously the validator side is what they call the proof of stake side. So the validators all stake, they're earning a pretty nice yield, and they've also got a bonus program as well in place for early validators. So that's kind of kicking in at the moment. There also obviously is coming up the big excitement around the XDEX, which we're going to talk about later. We've got a few little sneak peeks around that, and also another blockchain-wide reward program called Core, which I think is a fantastic idea, and that's coming from Jason as well. So we're really excited about that. So everything you do basically on X1, you're going to get some sort of reward points, is the way that's been set up from what we can see, and we're excited about that. So you're going to, in terms of earning, going to be earning XP points, XP, so experience points. So I love that idea. I think that's great. So at the moment, the chain's operating pretty well. We're going to check out the number of validators. We're going to go to one of the third-party block explorers, which is 40 blocks, and 40 blocks at the moment is ticking away here. So this is explorer.40blocks.com, and that is currently ticking away. So we can actually see some of the what do you call it? I guess the high profile measures on the network. We can see at the moment there's 934 all network nodes at the moment operating. Active set 906 eligible to produce blocks at the moment. There's 848 producing blocks as we speak. Consensus nodes 906 participating at the moment. It looks like there's 5 RPC nodes as well, and requests in progress there. And of course, there's a few delinquents in the party. So there's well over 1,000, but you've got 138 delinquents there at the moment, not participating. Got to get themselves shipped for shape for the blockchain. And the house score at the moment, 87% network uptime. Those basically the measures here. We're going to scroll down a little bit there. Now, the transaction per second is amazing. You're talking about block times of 0.06 seconds. I mean, it's just crazily good. And at the moment, we've got current TPS, or transactions per second, at 2,500, which is amazing. And we know that Jack Levin was hoping that would be ramp up to 1,000, and here we are at 2,500 already. It's doing pretty awesome there. So kind of cool. What else we got here? Network consensus at 99.5%. Everything's ticking away there. You can see the blocks on the left side and the transaction on the right side. Now, remember last time I covered this, they weren't populating. I had an issue with the rendering there for some reason, with the cache or something, and now it's operating. So you can see the blocks on the left and the transactions on the right, just ticking away pretty fast. It's impressive. It is really impressive, and I've been very impressed by it. Now, obviously on the Block Explorer, there's blocks. You can check that out. There is transactions, obviously with Explorer. There's assets, of course. We can go to tokens, check out some of the tokens on here as well. Now, some people are already minting tokens already early. They have the know-how to do that. So we're already seeing tokens being minted out on the chain before XDEX even goes live. So very clever for them, interacting with the blockchain there. We also got NFT potentials as well running around. There they are there. So we've got a lot of Tree for Life, X1 Original Guardians out there, X1 Ninja. So we've got NFTs there as well. Validators, obviously the validator list there, we've got all that in here as well, the validator list. 1,044 validators at the moment. The total number of validators registered on the network includes both active and delinquent. So we talked about that earlier, about 140 or so delinquent. And the network stake, this is a big deal, right? So the network stake. So remember that the starting amount of XNT coin was 1 billion. So it's, for the main fee coin, I really like the number. It's got that kind of scarcity feel and number bias. And at the moment, there's 959 million is actually staked at the moment. So the total amount of XNT total staked across validators, and that that gives you that stickiness in the whole protocol. Gives you that chances of committed people and more chance of the value to go up over time. And that's a key priority that Jack Levin was trying to work out, right? So I think it's pretty cool at the moment. So average commission 10.3% right now, charged by all validators. The network APY, the average annual percentage yield for staking on the network, calculated from recent inflation rewards, is 8.3%. That is where we are right now on that. What else we got going on there? Not much skip rates there, less than 1%. Pretty impressive blockchain at the moment. So ticking away there, there's the validators in order there. All right, let's scroll up a bit further here. We're going to go to DeFi. DeFi played on here. Now, this is probably going to build out a bit more. It's called Zendex Analytics. That's probably going to build out more as we go. I'm not fully aware of what's everything behind this at the moment, so I don't fully know how to explain that. But We've definitely got a lot of the peers in play. So yeah, it might be something for future there. It's definitely advanced DeFi analytics and real-time insights into the X1 blockchain's premier AMM protocol. So I don't know whether that's actually live. It looks like it's just on test phase at the moment, is from what I can tell there. All right, so analytics, they've got lots of cool things like that. Address statistics, so we'll quickly check at that. So it looks like there's 292 million unique addresses at the moment, 370,000 transactions. Let's see what else. I think that's some of the highlights there. Let's go to, they've got a few more details here, transaction segments as well. But let's quickly go down. We've got the fee tracker, so we can track the fees, and this is really impressive. So average fee is pretty tiny. What's the average fee here? 6039 XNT to do a average fee. Isn't that crazy? Awesome. Minimum fee there is 703 XNT. And in terms of land ports, I've got this land ports here. It is 2026. Max fee so far, it seems to have been about 50151 XNT, 1500 land ports it's got there. So current block at the moment is 10,729,000, and then we've got total transactions in the block. Current block at the moment about 1,000, etc. Total fees earned is 0.00688. So sum of all transaction fees collected by the validators in this particular block. So obviously that's going to vary. You know, if you get a block with a lot of transactions and fees in it, it's even better, right? So that's ticking away right now. We've got the cool chart there, fee trends and blockchain activity. Just ticking away there. I won't go too much into that. But that is here on explorer.40blocks.com. And let's have a look at the gas tracker here. It's got the gas tracker tracking away there. Not too much I want to say about that. Total transactions, 38,000 it's got here. And it's got the rest of the stuff. So yeah, more charts here. So that's kind of cool. Network stats. Let's quickly go down there and have a look at this. What else there? We've got 5 continents and 18 countries. That's pretty cool from the validators. United, or at least users, maybe even. Let's see, what is it actually saying? Number of countries hosting validators. Yeah, 42% in the United States. It's the dominant one there. They've got 2 high-risk providers there with greater than 20% concentration. I think you can't have more than 33%. So really, X1 Labs is the dominant one there, from what I can see, which is Jack Levin's crew. 1,044 validators already, so that's, I think, very successful ramp up there. Compare that to, I don't know if it's necessarily comparing apples with apples, but there's 52,000 on Pulse Chain. What is it? 1 million on staked on Ethereum, I think, through various means. So yeah, I'm not sure what Solana is at the moment. So if anyone knows, let us know in the chat. Total staked 960 million, so very high staked, not a lot floating around. But the blocks are making rewards and making inflation, right? In addition to that 1 billion, which we'll talk about maybe in a second. So that's kind of the play on that one. Yeah, it's got programs as well. I'm not sure what the programs is about. We'll quickly look into that. Active programs on network there, 20 active programs. Oh, I guess the software that's running, maybe that's what it's talking about. Anyway, so that is where we are right there on the Block Explorer. That's a third-party service. Now we've got about, last time I checked, we had about 11 million in inflation. So there's 1 billion and 11 million coins approximately in existence. And we can see that about 960 million are staked. So that leaves only around 50 million, I guess, circulating in wallets or any potential applications. But that brings us in. So that's basically the blockchain. It's been operating pretty well, and that's continuing to strengthen there. I think if you're going to hire your own server and run a valid, I think it's something like around $125 a month, something like that. And of course, you're getting a yield of about 8%. But you're early in the blockchain, right? You're early adopter there. You need a minimum of 2 XNT coins for that. You can now buy those now if you didn't already get in early on the validator program, and so forth. So you can earn the base yield. I don't believe you can get into the high yield one with the bonuses. Although I did see something around $1,000. So if anyone's got any clarity around that, let us know in the chat. All right, so that's with the 40 blocks. Let's jump into the big news, though, and that is X1 name service is out, the Web3 identity for X1. And these guys have absolutely crushed their launches. I mean, the launch has been amazing. I've got to be careful with my usage there, but I've been really impressed with their launch. Absolutely fantastic, and well ahead. Normally you say 2 more weeks, and that's what they said. We're going to launch that. We've launched a name service. You can book your names They gave really cheap prices to launch that off, and up to 1,500 you could get the discounted for early adopters, which is cool, 1,500 names. And then they said, 2 more weeks until we launch the marketplace, and of course we can trade names. And of course, it was only 2 days later they launched, so that was fantastic. We're pleasantly surprised about that. And so X1 name service, which is here on X, had pretty exciting updates there. Now, I want to talk about the big updates that we're going to be talking about today. That's kind of the main topic for the show, and that is X1 update and new features. So we delivered just like we promised. While they did it better than that, they were 10 days early by my count. The new upgrade is now live. Advanced search and AI recommendations. Find premium, trending, and high-value domains instantly with our smart AI suggestions. So if you're wanting to make new ones, I guess. The marketplace, of course, this is the big juggernaut as well. Buy, sell, and discover rare X1 domains directly on chain. Your marketplace is officially open. So that was huge. And that's what we're going to go through today. My domains dashboard, easily manage your domains, list, delist, edit, and prep your domains for sale in seconds. So pretty exciting there. And of course, the main is ready, start exploring. So really exciting stuff there from the team as well. So kind of cool. Now, whenever you have names come up, they're always going to have a land grab, right? You're going to have a land grab. And even with, within the Zen community, the X1 community, whether you're doing Zen blocks, which is, I don't talk much about, which is the proof of work side of the chain, with the XNM coin or token. And so that's out there too. Is that you're going to have a land grab, right? So there's well-known personalities, and we're going to talk about that as well. And there's been a bit of high drama about that. Not surprising. That was almost predictable, and we've talked about that in our Discord, that was going to happen. So it is what it is. So that is the X1 name service. So congratulations to them. That was the big update, and that was on the 22nd there. So it's been operating for over a day now, I think, on the marketplace. We're going to talk about, what's the results in the last sort of 24 hours or so. But we also got this update 13 hours ago. We received some quick community reports today and pushed some fixes. Everything is now patched and running smooth. Special shout out to a few people for fast feedback there. So that's cool. I mean, these guys are super early and super good at fixing it up. Now, I did notice a few little delays in rendering, but that seems to be pretty fixed up now. So I've been pretty impressed with it today. It's pretty exciting. So let's go to it. X1 x1ns.xyz. So it's x1ns.xyz, and this is the marketplace right there. There are almost 2,100 registered domains. Now, domains are broken into 3 different domain types. There are XNT domains. They're the native ones for the X1 NS service. And of course, there are X1 domains. So that's obviously the main blockchain. And you can see clearly that that's the premium namespace. And you can clearly see the numbers are the highest. So out of 2,092, 1,453 are on the .x1 domain. And of course, this is just the beginning of the chain. And this could potentially blow up because it's basically the technology is going to be basically like Solana 2.0 and fixing up a lot of the issues with all the technology upsides as well. So we're excited about where it's going. The other domain is Zen domain, of course, .zen. Now, I think Zen is something like, was it 20%, 25% of a lot of the wallets or something on Ethereum as Zen wallets or something like that. It's pretty high. That is there for Zen. And so we've got the 3 different domains that people can get a name with, right? Now, obviously, the premium domain is the X1 chain, but XNT looks the second most popular here at the moment, and then Zen is third. But 2,100 in only a few days, that's pretty impressive results, and a real soft launch expansion of X1. So very excited about where this is going. Now, we've got a lot of big heavyweight protocols coming, so having a namespace nice and early makes a lot of sense. And so the rollout and the ramp up that we're following for X1 is going pretty well in my view. All right, so let's jump over to the domains now. If you want to check in the domain, you can just click the search box, I should say, and a little stutter there, and you can just type in things like, I don't know, if you wanted to find, is Harry available? You can search, and it will bring up, Harry is rare apparently because of the name. You can buy it for 4 XNT. So XNT is the fee coin for the X1 chain. That's what you're going to need to pay for it. It's also got some AI-powered suggestions as well. You can also get it not just on X1, but you can also get it on XNT and and on Zen. So it's available on all three of those, and you can buy them now, basically. So that's what you can do there. Clear all. You can obviously type in just about anything you want, and people have done that. So what do you think people have done straight away? A land grab, right? What's some of the land grabs? Well, well-known people in the community trying to get their names. That caused a bit of drama yesterday. Big X space all on that. And what's the other things? Like top crypto names, top token names, things like that. So have been really popular. Rare numbers, because there's a rarity. If you have one character, that's more expensive than having 4 characters or 5 characters. It's just more expensive. So there's a cost between a character, 1 character, and 5. Like for one character, for numbers there's only 1 to 9. So those are pretty rare, and they were all taken up pretty much within the first few hours of the launch. Not surprising there. So if you look at number 9, you can see this domain is not available. Someone already got it. It's owned by this wallet here, and with the following domain address, right? That people are going to be able to send all sorts of crypto and stuff too, right? So the other TLDRs there on the other different domains, it's taken on XNT, but it is available on Zen. So Zen domain is available, but it costs you 80 XNT, right? So the price has gone up again. I think it started off at 20, went to 40, and now it's 80. So we're already gone to the 3rd level on pricing at the moment, from what I can see. So pretty big deal there. Now, before we had the first 1,500 domains, it was 1 XNT, and then it went to 2 XNT, and it looks like it's now 4 XNT for larger, for 5 characters or more. So that gives you an idea of the pricing. All right, so that's pretty much that. So number 9's gone, and you could see there's a land grab, right? It's a land grab. So land grab for popular people's names, get it before the the influencers got their name, for example. And we've got a few out there like that. So let's get into the marketplace. So that is the search. That's how you can search it, and you can make your own name. So if you want to get this one, I guess you have to just click on this, and you have to connect your wallet, and you'll be able to buy that, right? So I've got the wallet connected here. We're just going through to showcase. So let's go to the second feature. So this is the homepage where you can get your own digital ID. The second one, of course, is the marketplace. So it's where people. Well, let's not step too far ahead. So this is where you can get your ID, your domain names that you want. And once you get them, it's going to go to my domains, right? So you'll have them all listed here. You can change the view between different types of block views and row views and stuff like that. And they're going to be basically little blocks, and they'll have your address and your name, and you can put it on market and stuff like that. So I haven't got that here, but you can do that, right? So you can do that. But the main thing, of course, that got launched was the marketplace, and you can see at the moment how many are for sale. Well, this is listed, so we're up to 225 already been put on the marketplace. Remember, we've had almost 2,100, so we're sitting at about 10%. So we're about 10% of all the ones that have been created are now on the market. So that's probably reasonable. 10% seems about right. And so we'll see how much it grows. Now we've got this filter here from the low to the high, and we can see at the bottom here we've got XNT. Now we know that XNT is the second most popular domain, right? We've got Zen, XNT, and X1. X1, of course, is the premium name service that we've got the majority of names. So you can see people have priced Zenium here. As I said to you, the blockchain, the proof of work side is Zen blocks, and you're mining Zenium. And of course, that's actually spelled XNM, but it's got the full name here. And people put this on for 10 XNT, right? So at the moment, you can only the only market pricing for XNT is through the bridge and the vault. So it's not really market price driven. And so the vault at the moment is $1 per XNT that you have to pay for, which we'll look in a moment. And so that values the whole chain at 1 billion and 10 million, right? That's basically the idea. So if you're buying 10 XNT at the moment, it's $10. But when we get a free floating market, when XDEX comes out, what will the market price be, right? Like if we've obviously got way more demand than sellers, then the price could even be more than $1. We're going to find out as well. So it's going to be interesting. Now, do you think that there's a big enough ecosystem? Do you think technology is valuable enough to be worth $1 billion? Do you think it actually is twice more valuable? It should be worth $2 billion. Do you think it's only worth 100 million? I mean, we're going to find out in the market, right? So that's the kind of the idea there. Remember, all the validators are sitting on 960 million stakes, so it's most of it staked. So we've only got what's it, 70 million running around. How much of that will actually hit the market, and what will the demand be? You get my point. There's going to be a lot of supply and demand there once the vault price moves on. So at the moment, you've got 10 XNT, which is essential to $10. But of course, if you're an early player and you got a lot of XNT at a much cheaper price mining and for the credit, then you would be, it wouldn't be that much, right? All right, so that's kind of the play there. You can see all the names at the moment on the list there. We've got 10 pages. But let's flip it around. Let's flip it around to the highest prices. What do they think the higher prices are at the moment? Because at the moment, the cheap prices got a lot of numbers. They're 5 characters, so they're normally the cheapest, right? They started off at, 1 XNT. They're now 4 XNT to get a 5-digit character or more. And a lot of people are going for some particular numbers here. I'm sure they must have some crypto significance, unless people like random numbers. So it's either one of the two, one or two there. We've got Hexy with 2 Ys there. We've got down the bottom, that's 20 XNT. Now, remember, because it's just launched for about just over a day, we've got market price discovery, right? So we know we've got about 10% of the names on the market. We know people are putting all sorts of prices on them. And we know there's only something like 70 million XNT running around. We don't even know how many of those people that have got that XNT engaging in the platform. So there's lots of what ifs there. And I guess some people that are maybe able to get a bit of a zoom on the data might be able to get a closer idea. But it's some interesting things to think about. And of course, we're still super early, right? So super early is normally super good. You can get the land grab, get the best names, try and trade up and down, find what the market is. You might be a super winner there. You might be selling it too cheap. You don't know, right? You're going to find out. We know the top validators are typically outside the X1 labs are staking like 1,000 tokens. So that gives us a little bit of a benchmark about how much XNT is running around. So it's some food for thought. So looking at down here, we can see that some of these names, we've got Satoshi.x1. I mean, that's not bad. It's got a little symbol in front of it though, so that would make it slightly different than just Satoshi in my guess. And we've got the Coca-Cola here with a little symbol as well. I can't read it myself, but Coca-Cola, 33 there as well. Now, we've got a couple down here I think are ridiculously priced. I think they're way underpriced. Now, I don't know what the market's going to price things at. I just think intuitively they are way underpriced. So at the moment, we've got this Dogecoin down here, X1 at 33 XNT. Now, that just seems very, very on the low side there. Now, it's got the Dogecoin as opposed to just Doge. So that might, decide arguably make it a bit cheaper. We've got some smiley faces here with X1 as well, going for 33. So some interesting names that are on here. If we go to page 2, we've got Solana to X1. I think that's underpriced. We've got a little symbol in front of it, so that makes it different from just Solana, from what I can tell. And what else we got going here? Let's just go through and see what is, in my view, it looks a little bit underdone here. Now, obviously, I definitely value X1 above the other 2 domains, with XNT and Zen following them. But you never know. Zen domain names suddenly get picked up later on, right? Because Zen is such a big community that they may reverse and it might become the more valuable name. Maybe XNT becomes the least valuable. We'll find out. The market's going to decide, right? We've got some interesting names here. We've got Cox there. I think that may be one of the influencers in the community. I'm not sure if it's the same name. What else do we got? Hash heads here. This is, of course, I think on Zen, and I think we've got I'm just trying to remember. We've got Trees out there, one of the 2 big influencers. I think he runs a product called Hashhead, I'm pretty sure. Nakamoto.x1 is going for 60 XNT right now, so that's $60 at the vault price. What else we got here? Let's scroll down here. Taxman.x1, 69 XNT. I think that's not too bad, that one. Not too bad. We'll see. We've got Charts.x1. That could be well underpriced, 67 XNT. I don't know. We're going to find out. But Charts.x1's a pretty big keyword there. Let's jump into page 3. I was just going to jump to high to low, but it's actually, we might as well go through some of these, and I can just sort of give you my views on them anyway. We've got China X1 there. We know there's quite a few Chinese miners in Zen. Maybe that becomes a pretty popular name there. We've got obviously some of the key blockchains, Arbitrum, and of course, we've only got 2,100 names and about 1,450 X1 names at the moment. So what happens when we got 10,000 or 20,000? These names become even more valuable because they're some of the key crypto names. So that's some of the idea we got going on there. We've got Musk.x1 there, Spock.x1. So a bit of Star Trek there. Let's just go through a few of these. Now, this is where the drama came in, guys. This is where the drama came in. And we've got Crypto Bra. So Crypto Bra, one of the two main, I would call them main influencers that cover Zen. And of course, naturally, that would flow on into X1, which they've both been big, large miners on X1, is Trees and Crypto Bra, as well as covering it. And they both do, different formats, and they both do a good job in their format. And of course, here we got Crypto Bra. So someone looks like they sniped out the land. And I talked to you about land grab for names. Now, when Ethereum launched with the ENS service, that was a massive land grab. You had to be pretty fast and thick to get on that. And of course, sometimes you had to pay quite a bit of Ethereum to get some of the names. And of course, Solana has its own name services as well. So it is, really green territory. And I always think of it as a bit of a gold rush. And of course, we do see a lot of sniping, people trying to get in the popular names, right? So we've got Crypto Bra XNT here. We've got Crypto Bra X1, and they're actually going pretty cheap there. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the right spelling. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but let me just have a look up on the old X there. I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty close. I haven't looked up Crypto Bra's name for a little bit here, but let's see if we can find it. Crypto Bra 123, I think it is it? Crypto Bra. I got to spell crypto properly, don't I? So Crypto Bra. There we go. Crypto Bra. So we got Crypto Bra, Crypto, and then Bra with three H's there. So does that match? Crypto Bra. Yep. So there are his names. And I don't know if he's made any thing about that issue or not. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he's not too worried about the name service. And he's just, it is what it is. Or maybe he's not even, presumably he's following, because he's a Zen influencer, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's not even following it and doesn't even aware. Who knows? But Crypto Bra there, 98 XNT, 98, 99 XNT. So at the moment on the vault price, that's basically $100, isn't it? Basically $100 there. So we've got John Smith in there as well, Donald Trump, 99. So we've got a few of those in the house there. What else have we got going on here? Vitalik Buterin here, X1. So we've got a few popular names there. Elon Musk.x1. At the moment, they're all under 100 XNT. So let's go to page 4 out of 10. Let's see what else we've got up here at the moment. Satoshi, let's go. I'm just doing the X1 mainly. Vitalik X1. Let's see here. Pump Zenblocks.zen. That would probably be, it could be probably, it would probably be better if it's X1, but it is what it is. Or XNT maybe. What else there? We've got Paradigm X1. Now, you remember that on Ethereum, Paradigm, I think a couple of years ago, was the number one traded name. I think it went for like $163,000 or something on Ethereum, if I remember rightly, Paradigm.x1. So I'm not surprised someone picked that up. But, does it have the same value on X1? Probably not. Why? Only on the basis of that, right? So we're going to find out. Do those get priced up in the future? I don't know. We'll find out, though. We got a few others here. Amazon. Let's see here. What else we got going? I'm just looking at the X1s mainly. What else have we got here? We've got SpaceX X1. That could be of interest later on. People are trying to capture those. What else? There's Signals.x1. That could be decent. It's only 100 XNT as well. Amazon there as well. So let's move on to page number 5. We're moving up here. So we've got Profits.x1, 100 XNT. Arbitrage.x1 XNT. So we've got a few financial names. Skywalker XNT. Now, I believe he's one of the community, he's well-known community member, Skywalker. What else we got going on there? Ethereum.x1. That's pretty good. It's not Solana, but it's Ethereum. We've got Facebook X1, so popular names. What else? We've got Trump X1. So this is probably way too cheap in my view. So we come up to one where I finally think, actually, maybe even Ethereum X1 there on the cheap side. That's the way I would see it. Market's going to decide, but yeah, seems ridiculous right now down there, and so we'll find out. We've also got Donald Trump.x1 in there as well. Let's quickly move through here. Looking through some of these, we've got Wallet.x1. I would consider that pretty valuable. And here's the one here. Doge.x1. This seems ridiculous down here. You'd think this would be way more priced. So is this person just mispricing? They want a quick flip. It cost them maybe what's that for? Might have cost them 10 XNT. They're trying to flip it for 13x there. It's interesting, but that's on X1. So personally, I think that's ridiculous, and I think maybe in hindsight they may think that's a mistake, but we'll see. We'll see. Now we're all basing it on the top meme coins, and that they get valued up as name services on X1. So that's kind of the idea there. What else we got going on here? We got some popular names again: PayPal, Amazon. Now I think these are all pretty valuable, but they're also depending on whether you actually commercialize it, and also whether the X1 community values up a lot of these big corporate names and payment services and goods and services sites. Now we've got Binance there, X1, so that's another category. We talked about Ethereum already down here. We've now got Binance.x1, so they might get priced up a little bit later on. We'll see what they're worth, but 150 at the moment as well. So let's go to page 6. Let's see what's going on there right now. We've got Elon Musk, so famous people, entrepreneur, probably the greatest entrepreneur in the modern times. What else we got here? More hash head there as well. We obviously got the sex sites that people are going to put up. We're always going to have those up there, right? We'll see what they go for in the future. There we've got Solana.x1, another one of the key ones. So you would think that would be priced up way higher. So the 160, I don't know, in my view, that just seems super ridiculously cheap at the moment. Now, we don't know what price discovery is. So, is the whole market going to trade at 50 XNT for the average thing? Or is it actually going to start getting pretty expensive for some of these name services? We're going to find out, right? We're still pretty early on, 2,100 names, 1,450 premium name services, but I don't know. That just looks like that's ridiculously cheap right now. But we'll see. We'll see. And like we said, there's only about 70 million XNT running around. And a lot of it's probably just sitting idle. So how much is people willing to pick up some of these key names? They're going to trade them as speculative names. It's normally what we see in marketplaces, or they're going to use them as to hodl them, or actually use them as a utility. We'll see. We got Backpack, of course, from the wallet. So the Backpack wallet is the red wallet that you can use on Solana, and of course add in custom RPC for X1 and play around. So it's 190 XNT right now. So all these prices are relatively low, you would argue. Now it's brand new market, so are they low? Are they high? We're going to find out. Now we don't have any charts here that I can see yet. So I think that's probably an upgrade that's coming. Is actually to see what sort of volumes are trading, what's the average prices, what's in hot demand, what's the record prices, all those sort of things. I guess is yet to come. But the market's up and running, and it got up and running really fast. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's pretty cool. So let's quickly go down here further. Here we've got Yahoo. It's another big corporate site there. Still only $2.99, but people are considering that more valuable. At least they're pricing it right. They don't know. They're price discovery, right? They're trying to find out to put a price to it. We've got a few blank ones here as well on X1. I'm not quite sure what's going on with those. And we've got Hyperliquid, another one of the crypto names. Satoshi Nakamoto, obviously the Bitcoin one there, 300 XNT right now. And then we've got some letters, right? Some numbers here. So 333. We know that 3 characters is more expensive than 5 characters. And there's a 333. So anyway, it's going for 333 XNT. That's the way it goes. So that's kind of it at the moment. Let's scroll on to page 7 of 10. Now we're going up the ranks, right? So these are priced higher and higher as we're going. So we've got 000 X1 there, 369 XNT. What's this here? We've got Disney. I don't know. Is Disney going to get priced up? No, it's obviously a big name, but is it actually going to get priced up? I wouldn't think so compared to some of the crypto names and some of the X1 names and things like that. I would think that makes a lot more sense. Solana names, perhaps. We'll find out. So Ninja.x1. We'll keep going through here. We've got Ripperpool. Now Ripperpool is we've got the X1 Ripperpool. So this is a slightly different name. It's just Ripperpool. So it's the name of the validator and delegator. And that looks like it's sitting at 400. So we'll see whether that gets priced up. Could reasonably. We've got Tree City West. Now we talked about Tree City West. Besides Crypto Bro, he's the other big guy, right? So he's the other big guy. And so let's take a quick look at Trees. He's amazing. He does an amazing job, honestly. He's helped a lot of people, understand and use Zen, and of course get into validating and things like that. So he does a great job. And so, yeah, he's Tree City West there. Now, it was pretty obvious that someone was going to go after his names. This is the Zen name, right? It does appear that his names are still here. And someone's priced them at 420 XNT. So at vault prices, that's $420. Now, let's have a quick look. A few more of these. We've got weed.x1, so a bit of humor there with the old weed, 420 XNT. We've got, what else we got? I'm just going through some of these. Let's scroll down. We're just primarily looking at the X1 names, the premium namespace. Tree City West, this is the one. This is the main one that Trees would be after, right? This one here, it's priced at 500 XNT, which is $500, based on vault prices if you would buy XNT. And so that's at 500 XNT right now. And so there was a big X space on yesterday. I did a 10, and people were, who did it? Who took all the names? But look, it was, if you were out there the first couple hours, you're in the community, you're going to take some of these names, right? You're going to go, hey, look, Tree City West, he's big guy on the scene. Crypto Bra, a big guy on the scene, and some of these other community members, big guys, and you're going to try and take their names. And that's kind of what we saw. And way before the domain name actually launched, we were talking about this, that this was going to happen. So no surprises there. And it was really about how quickly can you, are you there at the time of the launch? Can you get it real quick? All that sort of stuff. So Tree City West there sitting at 500. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see that go. And of course, that has value because it's, arguably, one of the two top influencers, if not the top one in the space. So obviously, there's many other, influencers in the scene on Zen and X1. But what else? We got Elon.x1, 500 XNT as well. So, this is what people are putting up at the moment and saying, hey, this is what I think it's worth, or at least they're trying their luck, and see where the market will come in. But at the moment, from what I can see, I don't know if we've got any information on what is actually bought or sold yet. So we don't, as far as I know, we don't have any market data at this stage. I guess you could go and look on the contract on chain and probably potentially find some transaction activity there. Not sure about that either, but that would make sense. We've got some other ones here. So we've got America.x1, obviously around country popularity, Cash.x1. That might be considered, a decent little name. So we've got some other stuff there. Altcoin.x1, banked, so we have got some popular, out of crypto names, there's, general common names that people will use, obviously altcoins, things like that. So that could be in play as well. Let's go to page number 8. We're really going up the levels here. We've got Satoshi.x1 at 550 XNT. And obviously, famous crypto name, Satoshi for Bitcoin. We've got ePay, obviously back to the corporate type of thing right now, Sinzu. Now, Sinzu, of course, is the founder, one of the co-founders of X1 in the team there. And so he's ticking away there too. I don't know if we can find his name. Let's have a quick look. Sun Tzu there. So Zenzu. I don't know if it's spelled the way it's the same as it. Yeah, Zenzu. So someone's got that Zen name, but it's not the X1. It's not the X1 name. So that's ticking away there. We've got Jack Levin Zen as well. That's out there as well right now. So we'll be interesting to see how the Zen domain names perform as well. Like I say, there might be suddenly they get flooded in because it's such a big Zen community, right? We've got Sinzu there, X1 777, and that's sitting there too. So someone sniped that early as well. I wonder if Sinzu is after that. He's after that one there. So there could be a bit of high drama there. People are after their domain names, and maybe Sinzu can pay 777 XNT quite easily. But it is what it is. We've got Jack Levin there as well, X1. So obviously the founder there as well. And we're going to talk about Jack Levin coming up soon. We got high drama with many of the names of some of the founders and the influencers taken already. We'll see what happens in that space over the next few days and weeks, I guess. Now we're still up at about 550 XNT right now. We've got some popular names. So if I'm going to summarize things, I'll sort of summarize at the end, but you kind of get a feel for it as we're going. Obviously, we've got Optimus.x1 there. I presume, I don't know if that's Optimus Android from Elon Musk. Mr. Jack Levin, we got that there as well. So obviously a lot of play around the Jack Levin, and of course Mr. Jack Levin. I think that's actually his handle, isn't it? On something. We've got Cyperius Prime as well, X1. So obviously that's his name also on X. So we've got 3 versions of his actual name. So which is more valuable? That's the question, right? We got more of the crypto names, like general names like info.x1 there. Those could be quite popular. What else we got going here? We're scrolling down a bit further here. Scrolling down. So we get down to the page 8 of 10, and now we're getting into internet.x1, so another general purpose word, and that's at 5,000 XNT. So we're really, we start page 8 at 550, and we're really jumping pretty quickly here to 5,000. And of course, what will the market decide? People can put those prices up for as long as they want, but what will the market do there? Let's move on to page 9. We're moving up the ranks, guys. Moving up the ranks. So we've got Business X1 at the moment being put on for 5,000 XNT. We've got U.X1 at almost 5,600. ChatGPT. So we really are getting some of the bigger names, right? If you think of popular crypto names, popular corporate names, popular X1 names, popular X1 influencers, it's kind of fitting around that, right? We're getting all those sort of things starting to get up the ranks here. So we've got ChatGPT.x1, DAO.x1. Obviously, that's a pretty big one. What else do we got here? Nobody.x1. So we're getting some of the big meme coins. So we've got big meme coins on Solana, big meme coins in crypto. So we're obviously starting to see some of those now. We've got Bank Chain here. So I don't know what that's actual chain, but we've got Bank Chain there. Trader.x1. So obviously crypto financial term. Let's have a look here. We got some big memes in here as well. Troll.x1 from Solana. We got what else there? Web.x1, so big internet ones here. AI, of course, AI is a big deal, but that's a Zen one. We got all the big memes. Look at the big memes coming up here, guys. We're moving up the ranks. We've got Pingu, we got Fartcoin, we got Shib. They're all up here, and they're all around. What's that? Around 18 to 20,000 XNT is what they're on for at the moment. But they are the top meme coins, so it's going to be interesting to see them play out on the X1 chain. We also got what else there? BDC Bitcoin here. X1 up at 22,888 XNT. We've got AI up here as well. Obviously, the mega theme on the stock market is AI. So does X1 value that as highly as crypto memes or X1 names? This is what we're going to find out in the future. It's kind of fun to see there. We've got X1 Labs.x1, guys. X1 Labs from the actual team themselves. 30,000 XNT. Someone's put that on right now. 30,000. So that's kind of where we are on that one. What else we got there? X1s, yeah. I don't know what this orange is on there, but someone put that on 50. I don't even know what that is. So anyway, let's get to the top. This is the last page, guys. Page 10 at the moment. Now, in a week's time, there could be 20 pages. I don't know how many pages it's going to be, but it's just going to grow over time, right? Arguably. So we got what else here? We've got at the top here. All of these don't make any sense. Like most of these, don't make any sense to be up here at 50,000 Zen. Let's see. We've got Michael Saylor X1. I don't know about that either. I think that's valuable, but not up the top here. We've got Hodl.x1. That's probably going to be pretty valuable. We've got Google as well. I don't know. Google, should it be up here? Not so sure about that either. So that's at the higher price, and we're looking at 999,000 for these at the moment. So, will the market play that for Google? I don't know. Hodl maybe. Hodl's pretty popular amongst crypto terms. We're going to find out about all that. So that's kind of the marketplace at the moment. So we got some pretty good action there. And obviously we can do filters there. We can filter, the price and the character length. As I said, character length for one is pretty expensive, right? So I don't think there's any listing there. Has it got two? We got two there. I don't know. But let's try that too. No, it's not coming up. I don't know. But it's probably because of the price range, maybe. I don't know. Where's the price there? Let's do 10. I don't know. We're playing around with this live. I hate it when it doesn't do things. 2. I don't know. Maybe that's not working. I don't know. We got high to low. We've got to reset this. How can I reset that? High to low. We've got to refresh now. I've got to refresh. Okay. So we've got a little hiccup here, but we were going pretty well up to that point. Let's refresh there. All right. Let's go high to low. And so, yeah, we got X.XNT at the moment. I don't know. That's at 100,000. I wouldn't add XXXNT up there. Now, if that was XX1, maybe, but I don't think so. Social's there. I would definitely, in my view, I'd be valuing, crypto terms, X1 terms, X1 influencers, meme coins. That would all make sense to me. Maybe a few of the famous ones, like famous, I don't know, blockchain things that have happened in the past. I can't think of any top comes to mind, but some of the, blocks that get written on and things like that. Maybe that some of those are valuable. We're going to find out. So yeah, the market's going to decide. There's obviously different views as well. We've got in this block view, but you can actually change it to the rows like this. So you got the rows there. You can also put a heart on it as well. You can hit the like. I guess it goes to your favorites. Make it your favorites there. I don't know. Let's do one here. Let's do them on Michael Saylor. Go to Fred. I guess it's the hearts there, and you've also got this other view as well with this little blocks, or bigger blocks. I guess it is compact view they call it. So that's in the play right now. Now you can actually, what's this one here button? You've got two buttons. You can actually put it in your cart, or this one here. I'm not sure what this one is. You've got the wallet there, but you basically buy it. Basically buy it there. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now. So you can actually make your own name, and we've got 2093 right now. This is X1, X and T. I will put this in the chat there. I haven't put the other links, but I've written them out. But I'll put the links here as well, and you can check that out. So that's x1ns.xyz. And that is there at the moment. Now, I don't know if I've got this on YouTube, but on X, but we'll go and put it under this show if you guys want to check it out. And that is in play as well. Boom. All right. So kind of cool if you're watching there. All right, let's go back into it. So we've covered quite a bit there with the old name service, and I think it's done a pretty damn good job in only a few days. And of course, you're going to get lots of enhancements coming out with it when they're that fast. And they're already straight to it. So very impressed so far. And they're also going to be coming. X1NS or X1 name service is going to be setting up their own validator guys on blockchain, and there will be staking rewards. So no doubt there will be token floating around, I guess, and early users will probably get airdrop is my case. I haven't confirmed that, but I think that is the case. I have so many airdrops that I might forget. But we're going to keep a lookout for that as well. So fun times ahead, guys. It is going to be really, really awesome. So well done to them. Name service, you need that. You can send stuff to each other, and it looks like they're going to have staking and governance participation. Probably early user airdrop there is probably the case. I did think I saw something around that, so not 100%. So don't say I guarantee that. But I thought there was, and of course they're going to have validators there as well, so that could be pretty exciting. So awesome stuff. Get your domain name. If you want to buy some of the popular ones there, you can get in. But time's ticking. There's probably still a few popular names out there that haven't been snapped up, but you'll have to think about it when you're looking through. And we had a good look through there just now. All right, so that is some of the stuff happening there. Now, obviously, we've looked at the blockchain, we've looked at the name service that's just up and running, and now, of course, we've got the bridge. So if people have not participated already in the validator side of things, they basically had to buy through the bridge from Solana over to X1, right? That's basically the idea there. And you had to use USDC on Solana to pick up the XNT. And the bridge is basically hooked into a vault, all right? So, and the vault is set at $1, so it's a fixed price, not market dynamics. And so XNT at the moment, there's 1,700 in there right now. It gets filled up all the time, I believe, by Jack Levin is filling it up. And so, yeah, people can get access there. So that's pretty cool. Now, we do know that XDEX is coming soon, so presumably a market price for XNT will eventuate pretty shortly. At the moment, this is the play that people can do. All right, so that's kind of the stuff there with the old bridge. I'll leave that in the chat there if you guys want to check it out. Now, you can always go to Jack Levin on X and find the actual links if you want to go check there, or go to X1NS if you are not happy with my links, which is fine. You should always double check. That's just the way crypto is, right? So that is the link there for that one with the old bridge. Now, we'll post that. I haven't got an X up at the moment, but that is the link there. Maybe I'll have to go to the old... go back to my profile again, and we'll add that in as well. So we're going to just post them underneath each other. That's the way. Now, obviously, you can go check that Jack Levin on X too for all that. All right, let's go to the next one. So that is the bridge, and that's how you get some XNT coin, and that's how you can do things on XN. And of course, the main thing, obviously, besides validating at the moment, is getting a name service on the marketplace there. So that's kind of the main one there. And like I said, I think for 5 characters or more, it is 4 XNT right now. And then for 4 characters, I think it's 8 XNT, something like that. So it goes up, double. And I think at the moment for 1 character, which I don't know how many of those left, because there's only 26 letters in the alphabet, and 9 numbers. So that would be 80 XNT, give you an idea. All right, but the market is moving on its own, and we'll find out. And hopefully we'll get some market data, global data on that soon. There'll be an upgrade, I guess. So that is the bridge, and that's how you get onto X1, and it's slowly ramping up. Now, obviously, what we're looking forward to after all this is XDex, right? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I got some little sneak peeks from the devs, so it's going to be fun to see. We've got some sneak peeks here. Now, I might go to the big screen here because this is such a big screen here. I know we're cutting off a few things, but actually, let's go back to the other screen because I do want to show the menu a little bit better. But let's scroll. Let's zoom in on this, and hopefully we'll get that a bit bigger. It's gone too small there. How's that look? I mean, it's just bearable, I think. But let me have a look. I've got to go to the. I've got a full screen my own studio here just to see. Oh yeah, you can see that. So that's pretty cool. All right, so at the moment, you've got a couple of features here on XDex. Now, this is on testnet only at the moment. People that have been on testnet, I believe, will be getting possibly some sort of airdrop in there. I don't know. That's 100% as well, but that's what I presume was going to happen. But Jason is the dev, right? And Jason was the XDex and DGN founder. And he got bought out and bought into the X1 team with Jack Levin and Sun Tzu. So that's kind of the background there. Jason's a really nice guy and very smart dev. So, really rolling out some good stuff there. We've got the swapping feature at the top. So people are going to be able to swap, buy and sell. You can see it's going to have XNT there, wrapped XNT for DeFi. XNM, of course, is the proof of work side. We talked about that. So XNT, of course, is people earning that as validators, as block rewards. But of course, XNT, people are doing Zen blocks and earning the proof of work side. And of course, the validating is the proof of stake side. It's kind of the two things come together. And XNM at the moment is not available yet. But it will be soon. And we're going to talk about that with the sneak peeks from Jack Levin. But that is coming up as well. XDex, of course, going to have, I'm not 100% sure whether they're still doing XDex coin. I think they are, but they're also doing XP. So I just can't remember the conversation about that. We've got XDex there for the DEX. And then we're going to obviously many other tokens that will be on the tradable there that people can launch, etc. Now, liquidity, people are obviously going to provide liquidity. So as you guys know, when the XDex does go live, this is when everything starts to boom, right? So this is the boom time because this creates a lot of TVL and a lot of activity as people buy and sell, speculate, launch projects, all that sort of stuff. This is really going to be a gateway or the floodgates are really going to open. So at the moment, we've got the validators, we've got the name service. Things are about to get legit when we get this. Now, from the dev's point of view, in XDex, he did say that they're waiting for an upgrade on the X1 blockchain to enable XDex to go live. So that is the holder right now, but we are expecting it to be soon. So there we go. They will have a nice ramp up there. Obviously, with pools, you'll get LP tokens or liquidity provider tokens. And once you provide liquidity, so typically you'll provide, on a V2, provide two sides of the pool. And you'll get LP tokens in your wallet to represent your ownership of those liquidity provided. And then you can go earn not just fees in the pool, but go earn extra rewards in the farms. And that's where we get to the farm there. And and at the moment, just on the DEX here, we've only got two at the moment that are showing up. We got the XNT and the XDEX, and the XNT and XNM there, the Xenium. And so we've got the Xenium proof of work matched with the proof of stake. The proof of stake there matched with the DEX, the XDEX there. That's kind of the play right now. That's only on testnet at the moment, right? So we're waiting for this to go live, and this is going to, all hell's going to break loose, right? All hell's going to break loose. Now, on this, you'll also be able to stake your XDEX. Now, there are going to be some upgrades to this that are happening, so it may look a bit different with the upgrades. Take note of that because the dev is doing a lot of work there, and this is, I think, the default view right now. And so you're going to be able to stake your XDEX there and earn yield. I still believe that is the case there, and claim some rewards in XDEX. That's the way it's set up there. You're going to be able to valid stake, and this has been upgraded. So I think the front end here, I'm not sure if this is the future front end, but it's a bit memory lapse there. But you're going to be able to pick validators and stake and delegate your XNT with the validators basically, and then you'll earn some of the block rewards, right? Based on whatever the allocation that the validator gives you. It's a cool way. Instead of running your own validator, which I said, you can run, you can just delegate your XNT. Yeah, so that's the way it goes. And there's already ones operating like X1 Ripper there, and obviously you're able to do multiple different validators through here. We'll find out what the actual numbers, what the actual ones listed are, but that's the way you're going to be able to do it there. There will be a platform fee for entry. That's pretty minor. You'll be able to rent as well and stuff like that. So we'll see how it all plays out, but that is pretty cool. Making it real easy to participate on the X1. There's also going to be Launchpad. Now this is on DGen. Now DGen's already sort of operating there. You'll see a lot of people with skulls. They have the old skulls NFTs, I think it is. So that's kicking around as well. But this is basically going to be Launchpad. You can see it's got Solana already, launch on Solana, but they're also going to have launch on Giga launch on X1. So Chad launch Solana, X1 is going to be Giga launch, and then there's going to be a dual launch Solana and X1 DGen launch. So if you're a project team, be able to use this to launch, or if you're just anybody out there that want to create your own sort of community, that's you can do that here. That's going to be pretty cool. All right, so that is DGen. That's the other side of the DEX there. Now, we've also got mint token. You can mint token here on the actual testnet here as well. You can mint tokens. Pretty cool. Portfolio. Now, obviously, you're going to want to see your whole overview of what you're providing liquidity, you're farming, you're staking, etc. You're validating here or delegating, and you can see all your portfolio stuff here as well. And then, of course, there's a lot of other stuff there, community. So that is coming up right now, and we're going to have a little look at that. But we've also got the DGen, as I said to you, that is kicking in as well. And, of course, people will be able to buy and sell on there also. And they've got NFTs and things like that. So that is pretty cool. But we're going to have a look at some sneak peeks because now it's time. There's sneak peeks there. And maybe we do go for the big screen here. Don't forget to get in the comments there as well as we're covering this. So we are having a lot of fun here. Let's go. All right, so we've got the white screen, but we've got a few snapshots here. I can't seem to get access to them now. What's going on here? All right, so can you guys see that? I think you can. So this is a snapshot here. Let me just see. I'm scrolling it down here. It's pretty good. So we've got a snapshot here of Valistake. So these are some of the changes I talked about that are coming for the XDEX. So you can kind of see there. I think they may actually show up already. Yeah, it kind of looks like it is a bit different though. You can stake balance, stake XNT, get your rewards XNT. They've got the epochs there. They got the epoch process there, stake amount. You can obviously stake, select the validator. So yeah, this is a different UI from what we saw with the existing one that's showing. And they got the staking information, include the APY, unstaking period 2-3 days, minimum stake 0.01 XNT, and so on. So yeah, rent reserve. They got that actually in Solana, which is interesting. And then how staking works there: select validator, activate wallet, and earn rewards. So pretty easy to do. So we're excited about that. So that was the first one. Now we've got this one here as well. I don't know if I made these nice and small. Not sure why I can't edit these right now. Maybe I did myself over. Let's go to the Zoom. When in doubt, zoom in. When in doubt, zoom in. So we got the X1 Labs here as well. So we've got the nodes. Can you guys see that? I think you can. That's pretty good. All right, so we've got the X1 nodes and so X1 Labs here. This is selecting one of the nodes, I guess, to operate, and you can delegators there. You got the overall score there, voting success, skip rate. So that's all coming down the line there. Active staking there. The epochs is stuff like that. So it's a particular validator from looks of it, which is X1 Labs that we're looking at there. Now we got another one here, Valistake. We remember that from the XDEX. We saw the Valistake there. You'll be able to delegate your XNT to stakers, and they got just a showing of what that looks like there too. My stakes is this person here on the text example is delegated from the looks of it with several validators, spreading their risk, I guess, amongst the validators, so that they're not. This top one here is deactivated, right? So I guess it's the place there, and you can mature. See that? It's got merge, unstake, withdrawal. So you've got different activities there. Yeah, sometimes you forget about that. Is that maybe sometimes you need a bit of diversification amongst validators themselves. Maybe one of them, is a bad actor. One of them, goes offline, just not operating right. Is skipping all the time, skipping blocks and stuff like that. So that is the first one there. That is regarding XDEX, but there is another product which is not XDEX, and that is the core, right? The core. So let's go to that. I got my little snapshots here, but we've got the core, and I'm excited about this, guys. XDEX is mega. It's basically your PulseX of the Pulse chain, for example, but it's XDEX on the X1. Yeah, it is pretty cool. So it's your pancake swap, etc. XDEX. So it's a big deal, and it's got a lot of features, and they make it really easy to do everything, which is great. So really liking that from Jason. But the other project that Jacob's working on, not just XDEX and DGen with your token launcher and NFTs, is the core, right? The core is looking awesome. I really love this idea. And so, welcome to the core, your unified hub for XP rewards across X1 ecosystem. OMG. I think that's fantastic. I'm going to give it a clap. I think it's pretty neat. This is the sort of thing I personally like, because I like the fact that if you've got an ecosystem, even if it's the blockchain and everything else, that you can actually get rewarded for your activity on the chain. I think that's really neat. Now, obviously, there'll be a ring fenced against protocols that will be participating in this, but I think that's pretty neat. Now you can see the overview there. It's got overview. So if you see, it's got XP balance, non-transferable points. You can't transfer them. You can swap your XP into XNT. So I'm not exactly sure how they fund the XNT, whether it's an allocation or it's an allocation that's like a treasury that's filled up with from other activities. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll find out. Redeem now, so you'll be able to, if you are doing a lot of actions on the chain, and you'll be able to convert it to XNT, which could be really, really exciting. XNT redeemable in this example, 125 total actions, 273 actions there, so it gives you kind of an idea of maybe the ratio that they're targeting. Obviously, it's just a test net though. Global rank, it tells you how high you are. If you're number 82, and this is just an example, of course, then you top 2% of users. That's pretty cool. I like that, because other teams could use this, right? Other teams could say, hey, if you're in the top 1 to 2%, then you're going to get this. If you're in the top 5%, you're going to get this. And maybe some people want to target the new players, and they're saying, well, I want to onboard new people. They're not really doing much activity, but if you're in the bottom 10% and you come and do some stuff, then you'll get rewarded. So we might see some of that happening too. It's a bit different. So we've got utilization there as well. What else we got on here? So this person, an example, is doing activities. So it's done 273 activities. They've done some through XDEX, so they're swapping, they're farming, they're valor staking, their liquidity, and they've earned 105,000 XP from the XDEX there. And interesting enough, they've got 125. So most of their 80% or so of their XP is from the XDEX there. That's interesting. Just as an example, you can get some quick ratios there, can't you? So that's pretty cool. I love this. It's great. We got DGN here as well. Now, launching this at the beginning and also being part of the team stuff, this gives it so much extra weight and sustainability. That's why I really think this is really cool. So DGN there launching, they got the DGN there. We can do launching a project there, staking, swapping. They got earning XMP in there. They got 3 actions, they earn 8,900. They got 12 actions, they earn 6,300. And they got 22 swapping actions, they earn 3,000. So launching was obviously way better, because they're getting almost 3,000 XP points. So there's a little bit of a clue, perhaps. Now we don't know if they're going to stick with these sort of ratios or rates that they've got, but that does give you, you can just quickly work out the activity there. So if you're just buying and selling, you 3,250 divided by 22, and you quickly see what your XP per transaction is, which is pretty crazy. Should we just do that math? Why won't we do that? It's pretty cool. So excited about it. Like I say, if you haven't gotten the Telegram for XDEX and DGN, I would definitely get in there and get all the alpha, because Jason's a real quality dev, really good communicator, and brings forward the information too. So pretty friendly there. So 3,250 divided by 22. Well, that's indicating that you're going to get 147.7 XP per swapping activity. Now, it's going to be interesting. Now, the other thing, of course, we have a lot of bots and activity on the in there as well. So they're going to have some sort of arguably registration significance as well. So we'll find out what that might be to prevent volume-based actors benefiting from the XP system. Right, so I don't think we had that on here, actually, did we? I don't think we had that on here. Maybe you're required to stake or something. We'll see. We'll see what how they control that. So that's pretty cool. We got all recent activity on there too. They got that, which is pretty cool. So there we go. That's pretty neat there. Now staking, they got 12 actions of staking. Now I don't know, that may have a volume component as well, but let's assume it doesn't, and it's just based on staking there. So we've got 636. Let's go back here. 66340 divided by 12 actions. So we're assuming no volume part of the formula. That's 528 XP per staking action, which makes a lot of sense. So it's a bigger deal than swapping. But yeah, pretty cool. Now, obviously, they earn fees, right, with the activity on the chain. So this encourages people to do more activity, and more fees are earned, and they can do more rewards, right? So it's all kind of self-fulfilling. So I really like the idea as well. So it's kind of the play there. 100% health. So that's a little sneak peek. Now we do have others, so let's go have a look at those. And we got this one here, so core. So as we were going through, that was the overview we just looked at, but we've got a picture of the redeem. We don't have my XPT, we've got redeem here, and you can see, can you see that? Let me just scroll that over a little bit there. So we're on the redeem, you can see it on the menu, and we've got the core here, 2.2,450,000 XNT is in the core vault balance. So it's the reward pool, I guess, what people can get to. Your vault share, 0.0051%. Vault capacity, 100%. Their utilization available is 125,000. Current conversion rate, 1,000. XP equals 1 XNT. So we don't know what the final thing was, but this is kind of illustrating. It's kind of indicated, perhaps. So 1,000 XP equals 1 NXT there. So pretty interesting. So what do we work out with swaps? So that would be 1 XNT would be about 6 swaps. Is that we worked it out? I think it was about that. Maybe about 6 swaps on the DEX at the moment based on that. So yeah, pretty cool. And so forth. So yeah, how it works, choose how much XP you want to redeem. Your XP is permanently burned. Received XNT from your core vault. Stake your XNT to earn yield. So yeah, they're gonna get you to take the stuff and reinvest. That's great. I love it. So that's kind of the idea there on that one. Let's go to the next. We've got one more sneak peek here, I think, coming up. Yeah, my XP. So we've got the second one here. We don't have the vaults, the rates, or the analytics showing up here, but we do have. We can infer the rates, I think, from what some of the ratios we've got. So we've got my XP. Total XP here, global rank. Let me make sure you guys can see that, because I'm not looking at the same screen exactly. And we got global rank 842. I can see that being quite a ego thing. We got a lot of egos in crypto. It'd be interesting. But anyway, XNT redeemable. Total actions, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, pretty neat there. And of course, extend earnings there. Swapping, so XDEX, yeah, so earnings there. Event 12,000, farming 45,000. You got the now. If we just did it with actions, then we kind of get an idea of what the rate is. Bella's taking 32, and liquidity there 15. So it looks like Valor staking is definitely very profitable for XP there, and then followed by liquidity providing 42. Actually, no, farming. Actually, farming, then liquidity, and then swaps. Yes, then swaps. So kind of in that order. What else there? DGN earnings. If you're doing DGNing, there's a lot of skulls out there. Skull wars. So obviously that's a big deal. All the guys with the skulls, and that's 1,500 XP there. Be interesting to see whether that stays down there, because actually, they're quite a highly engaged part of the community. So will that stay the same like that? Don't know. It'd be interesting to see where you want to incentivize. You want to incentivize a lot of new people. I mean, it's just kind of interesting, game theory there, and also based on what's actually happening. Sort of an empirical question as well. Launching, token staking, swapping, Skull Wars, and feed. I'm not too familiar what the feed is, but the Skull Wars there, that is to do with the DGen and the NFTs there. And I think they do trading games and prizes and stuff like that. And that's how that works. All right, so that's pretty cool. What else? We had a third one. We got one more, guys. We got one more. So let's look at that. We got the vaults locked down. Did we look at the vault already? Don't think we did. So we got XRP there. So let's have a look here. The vaults, and we're at 2.5 million there. We got your share, 0.0051%. We got the XP circulation, 2.4. So this is just testnet thing that is developing. 2.45 billion there is the XP there. Conversion rate 1,000. Vault capacity to 2.45 billion XP is potentially redeemable. Vault health is utilization is 85%. Redeem capacity there 367. So only a certain amount of that could be redeemed at any particular time based on that. So it has to be filled up and people take. So it's going to be interesting to see how they balance that too. Epoch there funded this Epoch, 8,500 XNT. Redeemed through this Epoch, 2,340 XNT. Net change is 6,160 XNT. Interesting. And they've got some of the recent vault activity. Epoch funding, 10,000 XNT. User redemption, trading fee collection. User redemption there. So they're funding it through the ecosystem. Pretty awesome. And we've got funding sources there. Okay, XDEX swaps fees, DGN staking, DGN swapping, XDEX LP fees, XDEX DGN launches, Shillboard videos. That's interesting. That could be quite a lucrative thing, particularly for promoting. I like that. Where you're getting promoters, community members, influencers out there promoting. I think that's what that's indicating to me. Feed activity. I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe it's to do with I don't know. Maybe someone might know. I don't know if that's already activating or not under the DGN there, but maybe that just social media feeding or community feeding, something like that. A Skull War staking 600 XNT. Obviously, that's going to probably be pretty competitive in there already. Pretty established community. Validator fees as well. So coming in, fees coming in there. So lots of funding sources. I like that. 3% of all platform fees will go to the vault. That gives you an idea. 3%. That's based on what they're saying here. So assuming they hold all these variables in place, because obviously it's been development, but it's coming real soon, and these are probably pretty close, maybe pretty close to the final. We'll see. But 3% of all platform fees will feed the vault, and that's feeding the XRP and activity. I like it. I think that's real great. You certainly wouldn't want to go more than 5%, so I think 3% is pretty good for that. So very, very cool. That's coming from Jason the Dev, and that's going to encourage engagement. I like that. Great onboarding tool, all the rest of it. Very, very cool. So that is some of the cool stuff coming. XDEX, DGN, and of course Core. And what a wonderful, really exciting ecosystem and development there from Jason. So that's going to bring us to our final topic, really, pretty much, which is Jack Levin himself with his updates, and he's been pretty excited as well. He's working on a lot of things, obviously, with the team. They're working at pretty light speed. And they're pretty happy about where everything is going. But just on the 22nd here, which is yesterday, he's obviously still developing the Backpack fork wallet, specifically customizing it to X1. Can't wait around for Backpack to get on board. We've seen that before, right? Waiting for major infrastructure providers to jump on board blockchains. Not always happens that fast. And so you got to do it yourself if you can do it. And so he's doing it. So swapped XNT. So we talked about the fact that Zen blocks are still mining away. In fact, at the moment it's probably pretty lucrative. I think, if I remember rightly. I think it went down. The difficulty went down to like 8,000 or something. So it's probably pretty friendly to get there. It's already on at two halvings already in the block. So we've got swapped XNT to XNM for the first time using Android. Now, obviously, everyone doing Zen blocks is excited about getting XNM. Obviously, XNM is going to be able to be staked, as I understand it, for XNT. And so people are excited about that. Also, when you do Zenium Zen block mining, you do get super blocks. Super blocks are pretty rare. Last time I saw, they're about every 500-600 blocks. There's not that many, actually, probably with all the halvings, probably way down. I don't know how many there are a day, 50 a day, something like that, maybe not too many. So they're pretty hard to get. And so we got that. And we also had the uni blocks, which was originally, I think, was going to be the DEX, but now we've got XDEX. Not sure exactly what uni blocks will do or whether it will be used at all. So we'll find out. But certainly Zenium and Super blocks, no doubt. Now, I believe Super blocks is going to be some sort of maybe yield booster or something like that. We'll find out about that too. Question mark. But Zenium definitely, well, not definitely, but 99%, I believe, is going to be stakeable and earn XNT coin, right? So that's going to be cool. And we're waiting for XDEX for that. So anyway, the wallet is going to be pretty awesome too. So we talk about XDEX, but we're also going to have the wallet. The wallet is going to be able to send and receive and swap. So we're going to have swapping within the wallet as well, and staking as well. So that's going to be there. And you can see right now we've got the XN coin, which is already available, but we've got the Zenium there coming up as well. And that's going to be pretty popular. We know people have been mining that. Now, in the top sort of 150 Zen block miners is some of the big influencers. We've also got some at the very top, I believe, some of the very big Chinese miners, as I understand it. So they're operating as well. So we're going to be interesting to see what happens with the Zenium supply relative to staking and for the XNT coin, as well as what's going to be tradable. So it's going to be interesting to see all that too, and what the yields are like and what the allocations are like, all that sort of stuff. So we'll find out pretty soon, I guess. So we've got XDEX coming, DGN, Core, and the wallet. And the wallet, of course, is going to have all these utilities inside it too. And of course, Excitement was very excited for the Zen block community, and they saw the Zenium there as well, the proof of work side of X1. So pretty cool on that. I'm not sure if there were any comments in there. Let's have a quick look and see if there's any comments from Jack. Yeah, ZenPub says this is the second best announcement of 2025 right after the X1 live post. So Zen.pub is excited at Zenium, and of course the Zen block miners will be as well, the other side, as it were, of the X1 chain. All right, so kind of cool. That was coming up there. I'm going to scroll through some of this stuff here. Simple UIs are the best UIs X1 wallet, and I agree with that, right? They are the best, and of course looking nice and clean. That is very true. It looks awesome, says ZenPubs. Yep. So ZenPub, if you guys don't know, is kind of the main informations provider for Zen and X1, etc. They also do obviously utility services, I believe, like delegating, validating, etc. So they're out there too. All right, so kind of cool. What else? We're going to scroll back up here. There's a couple other things I want to talk about as we move forward up here. And this was 9 hours ago, so this is pretty much as late, hot off the press as it gets, guys. Hot off the press as it gets. And this is Siberia's Prime, of course, Mr. Jack Levin, Mr. Google 21, Google employee 21, built the server. If you've seen the picture, it's pretty awesome. So he's part of the tech history of the world. That's kind of cool, and he's doing a pretty amazing job with this. Now he's known also as the Vampire, and that's funny. It makes me laugh. But we got powered by parallel execution and sheer speed of the SVM. And obviously we used to EVM chains like Ethereum, Pulse Chain, SVM like Solana. Our foundation is elite. I like that. The ecosystem is teeming with hungry builders leveraging monolithic scale. And of course, we just looked at a few of those coming out right now, backed by a fiercely loyal community. Mainnet is the catalyst, real economic growth, instant feedback, and lightning fast iteration there. Amazing. And remember, the block speeds on it are just insane. 2,500 transactions per second. It is insane. It's so good. So really cool there. Now, obviously, we talked about the bridge too. You can pick up some XNT there with the bridge as well. So there we are. Part-time chef. Where can I buy some? Everyone's keen. So that's kind of the play right now. And like I say, we had about 970 million staked with the validators. About 70 million, by my counts, is floating around in the wallet somewhere. We'll see what happens, what the velocity of that is, how much it moves. And of course, we've had about 10, 11 million in block inflation so far as it started from 1 billion. So some of the overall overarching metrics there. X1 King says X1 is the future of blockchains. We are pumped too. X1 404 Mon. So they're in there as well. Crypto Bra, one of the big influencers there. I'm incredibly pumped for X1, powered by Satoshi's vision. We've got lots of people, the Owl of the Tina there. I'm excited for X1 and for what they're building. So lots of people are excited here, as you can see. I know many of these names. Simple Waters, of course, another big influencer, community influencer there, as I believe, in X1, as well as on other communities. So kind of cool. Everyone's pretty excited. And so was Jack Levin. He's very pumped for X1. So that's great when you got the founder super excited there. So that is pretty much it on the X1 update today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. Like I say, some of the highlights there. X1's just crushing it. Over 1,000 validators operating, potentially operating, something 950, I think it was, active at the moment. And then, the name service, the marketplace launched so quick, so fast, and very excited about that. Obviously, we'll get more iterations and upgrades, but the marketplace is open. The names are open, so you can get your own name. If you want to buy and sell some of those popular names, you can do that too. We're going to find out where the market is at in due course. Probably take a few weeks to shake things out, but as the ecosystem grows, as the community grows, as the technology and the environment grows, the ecosystem, we'll get more demand, and we'll find out what that all looks like over the next few months. Very excited. It's about to open up, of course, with XNM being teased there in the wallet, having a fully priced wallet with all the prices coming through, fully operating straight out of the gate. Very, very exciting for all that. So pretty cool. DeFi, NFTs, that's all going to be there. Very, very quick rollout of the what I'd call the core ecosystem for X1. Very exciting times, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be keeping up to date as much as we can with all the developments. Hope you like those little sneak peeks there from Jason the Dev. I thought they were pretty amazing. The core, I'm very excited about that. I think the idea is smart. It's a smart idea. All right, so take care, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels: Superman, Crypto, the Crypto Night Show, and of course Pulse Chain X. 3 YouTube channels. Smash the subscribe button if you're watching on one of those. If you're on X, of course, don't forget to go to the top and hit the follow button. If you love X coverage, covering it. All right, so get in there. And I've been participating in the ecosystem from the beginning when Zen launched. So maybe not the top end, but certainly a user just like you out there, and excited about where it's all going. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, and bye for now.